Picture a city by the sea, a beacon of light in the ancient world. This was Alexandria. It was a place where cultures met, where ideas flourished, and where the greatest minds gathered to learn and share. At its heart stood a marvel, the great Library of Alexandria. It wasn't just a building, it was a temple of knowledge. Scrolls from every corner of the known world filled its shelves. Scholars from distant lands walked its halls. The air buzzed with discovery and debate. The library was more than a collection of books, it was the brain of the ancient world. Here astronomers charted the stars, mathematicians unraveled the secrets of numbers, and philosophers pondered the nature of existence. It was a place where the human spirit soared. Alexandria became a magnet for the curious, for the brave, for those who dared to question. The library was their playground, their laboratory, their home. It stood as a testament to human curiosity, to our endless quest for understanding. In this city by the sea, the future of human knowledge was being written. The year was 48 BCE. The air was thick with tension. Julius Caesar's army surrounded Alexandria. The city was under siege. War had come to the doorstep of knowledge. The great library faced its darkest hour. Fires raged through the streets. Smoke filled the sky. The flames crept closer to the library. Scholars watched in horror. Centuries of learning were at risk. The wisdom of ages could turn to ash in moments. It seemed the light of knowledge might be snuffed out forever. Ancient scholar. Inside the library, panic spread. Librarians rushed to save what they could. They grabbed armfuls of scrolls. Every piece of papyrus was precious. Every tablet held irreplaceable information. But there was so much to save and so little time. As the fire approached, all seemed lost. The greatest collection of knowledge in the ancient world was about to vanish. History held its breath. The fate of human progress hung in the balance. What happened next would change the course of history. In that crucial moment, fate intervened. A group of quick-thinking scholars had an idea. They appealed directly to Caesar. They spoke of the library's value, its importance to all humanity. Heroic figure Caesar, a man of letters himself, listened. He gave an order: protect the library at all costs. His soldiers formed a human chain. They created a firebreak. Water was brought from the sea. Everyone worked together. Egyptians and Romans, scholars and soldiers, united to save knowledge. It was a race against time. The fire licked at the library's walls, but the defenders held firm. Hour after hour, they fought the flames. Their determination never wavered. Their courage never faltered. They knew what was at stake. Heroic figure. As dawn broke, the fire retreated. The library stood, singed but intact. Inside, the scrolls were safe. The wisdom of the ages had survived. It was more than a victory over fire. It was a triumph of the human spirit, a testament to our shared love of knowledge. With the library saved, human knowledge surged forward. The preserved scrolls held secrets, ancient wisdom waiting to be unlocked. Scientists and scholars pored over the texts. Each discovery led to another. Progress accelerated at an unprecedented rate. Modern historian in medicine, forgotten remedies were rediscovered, ancient surgical techniques were refined, the understanding of the human body leapt forward, diseases that once devastated populations were conquered, life expectancy soared, the quality of life improved for millions. Mathematicians found new insights in old theorems. They built on the work of ancient geniuses. Complex problems were solved, centuries earlier than in our timeline. This new mathematics paved the way for advanced engineering, for revolutionary physics, for a deeper understanding of the universe. Modern historian astronomers, armed with ancient observations, mapped the heavens with incredible accuracy. They predicted celestial events with precision. They understood the motion of planets, the nature of stars, the vastness of space. All this knowledge fueled a new age of exploration, both on Earth and beyond. Section 5. Technological Revolution, Earlier Inventions and Innovations.
The preserved knowledge sparked a technological revolution. Ideas that took centuries to develop in our world emerged much sooner. The Industrial Revolution began not in the 18th century but in the 3rd. Steam power was harnessed a millennium early. Mechanical computers, based on designs found in ancient texts, appeared in the Middle Ages. The printing press was invented 1,000 years before Gutenberg. Books and knowledge spread rapidly. Literacy rates skyrocketed. The Dark Ages never happened. Instead, a continuous era of enlightenment flourished.
Energy production evolved rapidly. Wind and water power were perfected early on. Solar energy, described in ancient texts, was harnessed effectively. Clean, renewable energy became the norm, not the exception. The environment was spared the ravages of fossil fuels.
Transportation underwent a revolution. Ships designed using advanced mathematics sailed faster and further. Flying machines inspired by ancient sketches took to the skies centuries early. The world became smaller, cultures mixed and mingled, ideas spread at the speed of wind.
Section 6, a different world, imagining an advanced alternate timeline.
Imagine our world, but centuries more advanced. That's the alternate timeline created by saving the library. By the year 2000 in this world, humanity had already colonized Mars. We had permanent bases on the moon. Spacecraft were venturing to the outer solar system. On Earth, technology had solved many age-old problems. Hunger was a thing of the past. Clean energy powered everything. The environment was protected and thriving. Cities were marvels of sustainable architecture. Transportation was fast, efficient, and green. Medicine had advanced to seeming miracles. Most diseases were curable. Aging was slowed. Human lifespans stretched well past a century. Quality of life remained high even in advanced years. The population was healthy, active, and engaged in lifelong learning.
But it wasn't just technology that advanced. Art, music, and culture flourished. Philosophy reached new heights. The understanding of the human mind and spirit deepened. Society was more harmonious, more tolerant. The preserved wisdom of the ancients had taught valuable lessons about coexistence and mutual respect.
Section 7. The Power of Knowledge, How Information Shapes Civilizations. The story of the saved library shows us something crucial. Knowledge is power, not just for individuals, but for entire civilizations. When we preserve and share information, we all benefit. Progress accelerates. Problems get solved faster. Life improves for everyone. Think about the dark ages in our real timeline. Centuries of knowledge were lost. Progress slowed to a crawl. It took generations to recover what was forgotten. But in our alternate timeline, that never happened. The flame of knowledge burned bright and steady. Each generation built on the last.
Information acts like a catalyst. It speeds up reactions. In society, those reactions are innovations, discoveries, breakthroughs. The more knowledge we have, the faster we can solve problems, the quicker we can improve lives, the further we can push the boundaries of what's possible. But knowledge doesn't just affect technology, it shapes how we think, how we see the world, how we treat each other. The wisdom preserved in the library would have included philosophy, ethics, ideas about governance and society. These could have guided us to create a more just, more equitable world.
Guardians of wisdom, the role of libraries in human progress. Libraries are more than buildings full of books. They are the guardians of our collective wisdom, the keepers of our shared story. But it's just as true today. Libraries democratize knowledge. They make information available to all. It opens doors of opportunity.
Think of libraries as time machines. They allow us to speak with the past, but they also let us shape the future. In our digital age, the role of libraries is evolving, places where technology and tradition meet.
Section 9. Learning from the past, protecting our cultural heritage. The near loss of the Library of Alexandria teaches us a vital lesson. We must protect our cultural heritage, our historical treasures, our accumulated knowledge. These are not just relics of the past, they are keys to our future, tools for our progress. Today we face new threats to our collective wisdom. Digital data can be lost or corrupted. Languages are dying out, taking unique knowledge with them. Climate change threatens historical sites. War and conflict endanger artifacts and documents. We must act to preserve what we can.
Preservation isn't just about saving objects, it's about keeping ideas alive, maintaining connections to our past, understanding where we came from. This knowledge shapes our identity, informs our decisions, guides our future. When we lose parts of our heritage, we lose parts of ourselves. But preservation is also about respect. Respect for those who came before us, for their struggles and triumphs, their discoveries and creations. When we protect our heritage, we honor their legacy. We ensure their contributions are not forgotten. We build on their work to create a better world.
A call to action, safeguarding knowledge for future generations. The story of Alexandria's library is a call to action. We must be the guardians of knowledge. Each of us has a role to play. The future of human knowledge is in our hands. Value learning. Stay curious. Support your local libraries and museums. Inspire them to love learning, to dream of future discoveries.
Support efforts to preserve knowledge. Advocate for funding for libraries and archives. Speak up for the protection of historical sites. Support organizations preserving endangered languages and cultures. Every action contributes to our collective wisdom. We are all links in a great chain of knowledge. What we preserve today will shape tomorrow's world. Let's make it a legacy of wisdom, progress, and hope. Let's build a future where the light of knowledge never dims.